Hello, YouTube freaks. We got a serious video today. We're going to be doing some international economics, so macro, essentially. We got two situations here. There's a 50% chance of either of them happening. We have, this is Canadian to euro exchange rate. This would be if the CAD appreciates. So we have like some sort of like solid growth happening. And then over here we have a global, it says global recession, but it would be more like if CAD tanked with respect to the euro, so like recessionary. Excuse me. We have the risk-free rate. Obviously, this is a toy model, by the way. I don't know if I need to explain that, but yeah. You have the risk-free rate for the EU, which we have at a 0.02 or like 2%. And then we have the risk-free rate for Canada, which is at a 10%. So let's have some fun with this model here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find out the expected exchange rate, meaning, so CAD to the EU, assuming that the uncovered interest parity condition were true, which just means that this model kind of simplifies to, we have CAD, and I'll kind of show you where everything's going here. Well, technically this is the dollar, but, well, not like the American dollar, but the Canadian dollar is CAD, is still like the money symbol or whatever. It's the dollar symbol. What? You know what? I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. This is a lot of subscript for a guy like me. We're just doing C, and then that, which looks stupid, but those who get it, get it. Those who don't. And that's the sort of thing I'm on lately. This is divided by CE. Okay, so you got this here. You got this little fun thing going on here. We just insert what we've already found out. So I'm using capital here, and I use lowercase over here because I'm inconsistent. But this is going to 0.1 or 10%. This is going to 0.02. This is plus. And again, we're trying to find this so this stays. I'm not even going to write any of the subscript because we know that it's the CAD to over euro. And the current is this. We're not using these yet. This is not useful just yet. Okay? We're just using this is the current. This is today. This is 1 year forecast. We assume at a 50% probability that either of these two situations are going to happen, okay? But today, we're only worried about that. So we can continue with our math here, okay? And you know I'm doing the sevens like that, because that's how my mama raised me, okay? Thus, and you can do some easy algebra to get this answer. We have an expected exchange rate, sure, of 8.1648. And then you know what? I'm throwing this at you. Smiley face. You guys deserve it. Good job. Okay? Boom. And that's if the uncovered interest parity condition were true, if it holds, okay? Which it never does, essentially. Okay, so B. We're doing the next question, then we're done. We're doing the carry trades. This is this is a toy model. This is not, you can't, guys, don't think you know how to do a carry trade just because I'm showing you how to do it here. This is for this toy model, okay? Just you got to just believe me that you can't be doing this. So you have the probability, I'm putting P for probability, of one thing happening. So I guess we care about this. And, we can put the value there, times 7, 2, plus 1 less P, okay, times the other thing happening. So that's 8.5. And okay, at this point, you're like, okay, well, why don't you just sub in 0.5 for either? But what if on your question, you only had one probability, and for some reason you didn't know that probabilities added up to 1? Because you're like, I don't know, like an idiot or something. And then you couldn't figure out the other part. Well, then you'd want to do P, 1 less P, okay? Because look, you put 0.5 here, and then you're like, oh, well, then this is 0.5, and then that goes to 0.5, okay? Come on, y'all. Did you not take a second year micro, third year? I don't know. Help me out here, guys. Comment section, do your thing. I get like 1 comment per video. That's the funny part. Okay, so anyway, this goes to, shoot. Okay, yeah. 0.5, 8.5. And then this goes to 7.85. And then you have your expected exchange rate when looking at what it might be. Okay, so you borrow in euros at our euro, which is 2%. 2%. This is percent for uno year. Okay. That is your cost, essentially. Your revenue, I'm going to put cost here because this is actually really important. This is really important. This is your cost because you're missing out on this, okay? You convert euros to CAD at a rate of 7.56 CAD per euro because that's today's rate. It's today's rate. And then you invest in CAD for 1 year at the 10%. Where is that? Right over here, okay? And then you convert back to euro at the expected rate of 7.85 CAD per euro. So let me show you how this works. Okay, yes, you see? 1 euro, are you following along? Times, that's a terrible times. 7.56, and I'm going to drop the accent right now. Anyway, then you do times. Oh, it's really hard for me not to do that accent right now, guys. Sorry, I'm tweaking. Not like actually. I'm not actually tweaking. I should make that clear. I don't know if that'll get flagged. High on life, maybe. Anyone picking up my drift? So anyway, this is a little bit convoluted, but you just got to trust me here. This will give you a return, essentially, of 1.05936. So, or about a return of 5.94%. 5.94% is important because now we got to calculate our profit. And you can't forget your cost is what you are missing out on by doing the carry trade. So by converting your euros to CAD and by investing in the CAD with the higher interest rate, you are missing out on that 2% here, okay? So you're doing 1 euro, again, like the math should be pretty simple. You got the 1 euro times the current exchange rate, and then you have what's going to be essentially added on. So that's 1.1. So this broken down would be like 1 plus the Canadian rate. Okay, so that's 0.1 or what have you. So that's why that's like that. Divided by what you're expecting the exchange rate to be. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope excuse me, anyway, so you're left with a gain of 5.94%. Man, I have the hiccups tonight. So 5.94%. But you cannot forget to take this 5.94% less what you're missing out on, because that's like the given, okay? Percent. And so you actually have an expected profit. So that's your revenue. Oh my God. Sorry. I feel like I'm really trying to nail this down for you. Cost, revenue, profit is revenue less cost. Profit is revenue less cost. So that's what we're doing here. Y'all picking up my drift? So this is your expected profit from doing the carry trade. And essentially, if this actually worked, or if this was working all the time, everyone would be doing it. And that's why the markets are efficient. They're like perfectly efficient because people want to get as much arbitrage, how much, the smallest margins of money everywhere. This is what I'm doing here is I'm getting the smallest margins of money, and I'm trying to get all of it. And if everyone's trying to do that, it's going to become super efficient, and everyone's going to be left with smaller and smaller margins, right? And that's the way she goes. So I hope you learned something here. If you didn't, that's honestly too bad, because I don't even know what to tell you anymore, okay? I did. I learned something. So I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Please subscribe if you like my content. If you don't like my content, please subscribe so you can leave a hate comment under every single one of my videos. And again, I will see you in the next one.